And if you are planning a trip to the Grand Canyon anytime soon, you may want to bring plenty of your own bottled water. That's because the National Park Service has banned the sale of bottled water at 19 parks across the nation. One America's John Hines has this story from Washington.
In 21 of our national parks, you may be able to buy a Coke or a Pepsi, but you can no longer buy bottled water. The National Park Service's acting Chief of Public Affairs, Jeffrey Olson, explains.
The sale of bottled water in some national parks has been banned. And that has happened after a pretty rigorous look at what's available as an alternative. There are 14 points, actually, that superintendents have to address. Health and safety.
The ban does not apply to bottled soda, and in addition to health and safety, park superintendents must consider the availability of alternative sources of water, such as filling stations, which can be costly to construct. In fact, the advocacy group Citizens Against Government Waste says that the Grand Canyon constructed 10 new water filling stations at a cost of $288,000, while Zion built 3 stations at a reported cost of $447,000. Some members of Congress feel this is an example of government overreach, including Virginia Republican David Brat.
There's no end and no bounds to federal regulation of every single part of your life, down to grabbing a sip of water in a national park. And so I think that's why Americans are frustrated. And you could almost literally say we're drowning in regulation. It's so bad.
Grover Norquist of the government watchdog group Americans for Tax Reform believes that the Park Service may not have considered the trade-offs involved in banning bottled water.
This is designed by some bureaucrat to feel good about himself by making other people behave, without thinking of the costs and the trade-offs, such as public health.
For now, the bottled water ban affects only 21 of some 409 national park sites. But as pressure mounts to reduce environmental impacts, the bottled water ban could be coming to a national park near you. John Hines, One America News, Washington.